The Dead Pair podcast is energized by KL Ammo, Gamebore US.
Paul?
Welcome to the Dead Pair podcast, coming in hot with everything you want to hear about sporting clays.
Guy Fieri.
How are you, gentlemen? Thanks for having me.
Anthony Matarese Jr., how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty well.
Welcome back, David Radulovich.
That's a net positive 50 minutes. Brad Kidd.
Corey Cruz, thank you for joining us this evening.
Now I feel awkward.
With your hosts, Jason
One
Rambo
more Red Bull for you.
and Sean Alley.
Woo, yeah!
Christmas.
Let's do it!
Often imitated but never duplicated. It's the Dead Pair podcast. And now, it's showtime.
What's up, Mr. Alley?
Well, we're back here to get some work done.
We are. It's going to be a lot of work on this show.
Yes, it is.
I mean, like a ton.
A lot of moving parts.
Oh, boy. I mean, we've got Will Primos and Dr. Grace Sturdivant from OtoPro is going to come on.
Yep.
We got Erin Callahan that's going to come on, talk about Marry Your Miracles and that shoot that she's put together, which is amazing. And then we've got
Erich Roden.
Erich Roden from Barepelt coming on to drop all the new info and what's coming.
Yes.
Exciting stuff.
Packed full.
Packed full.
Chocked full.
Or
Or whatever you want to use. Whatever word.
chock full.
Chock full, packed full.
Okay.
Stuffed full.
All right, let's go with it.
Stuffed crust pizza. Wait, I'm going down a rabbit hole, aren't I?
They went to abs. You have been busier than a one-legged bandit in a butt-kicking contest.
Boy, howdy.
But I am on my end, too, just not quite as hectic as you are. 5-stand packages. Still got them available. Go to the website, traptowers.com, or get a hold of me directly. Help you out any way I can. Reminder, the Ranger Dusters giveaway. Real simple rules. Have to like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and or if you're only on one or the other. Same way with Ranger Performance. It's Ranger Performance Eyewear on Facebook. It's RE_Ranger on Instagram. Have to be following both of us, and you have to be a new registered shooter within the last 12 months.
Yep.
Bonus points for leaving us a positive review on Apple Podcasts.
That's right.
If you do, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, because we've already had a few come in already. Mm-hmm. They have got a different screen name than their name. So
yeah,
make sure you send us an email and say, hey, man, that was me, and this is my screen name.
Yeah,
so,
that way you can get credit and get another entry into the glasses.
Yeah, exactly. So send us an email. Man, we got a jam-packed show tonight. I really don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. Sean.
Let's hit it real quick. All right, so for all you guys going to the Nationals, if it's your first time, as a first-time attendee, we wanted to give you a real quick rundown of what to expect. Things that me and Jason experienced last year that we just wanted to pass on real quick. So if you are a first-time attendee, go to the luncheon. They have a luncheon especially for first-time attendees. You will see probably people there you wouldn't expect. Last year we sat across the table from Anthony Matarese and had a good conversation with him. So, make sure you don't miss out on that. It's a great lunch, a great time. Might meet some people that you might want to shake hands with. Further on down the road, plan to spend lots of times on the grounds. There's so much to see, tons of vendors, tons of people. And again, you can bump into all the big name shooters out there, and hopefully they can give you 5 or 10 minutes to say hi when they're not shooting.
And Friday night is the Top Gun shoot-off.
Yep, Friday night's Top Gun shoot-off.
It's Saturday night, I think, is, what is it, North versus
That's
South?
the North-South competition.
North versus South.
Which is cool.
Very cool. So you guys definitely want to check that out.
Now, one big thing we want to talk about, and we're not trying to cast a negative light at this, but there are some problems with people getting their cars broken into because everybody's in town and these guys know that there's guns and expensive gear in the back of your car. It doesn't necessarily happen at the shooting facility.
Yes, it does.
It can, but it's more so in restaurant and hotel parking lots. So if you got a car and you got a Browning sticker or a Beretta sticker or something that signals,
you're begging for it.
You're begging for it. I would take those stickers off if you're going to be in the San Antonio area around that time. We've had several people. Well, there was a big, to do with Mark Baldazar getting his truck stolen.
He stole the whole daggone truck.
Yeah, rolled it on the freeway in a high-speed chase. I mean, it happens more frequently than most people would like to admit. So just be safe. Keep your gun.
As a safety, take everything out of the car.
Take everything out of the car. Don't leave anything to chance, and hopefully debadge your car. Take those shotgun shell stickers and Beretta stickers and everything else that has anything to do with sporting clays, because the thieves are specifically looking for things like that to tip them off. Use the gun barn at the facility. Store your gun there. Perfectly safe. Me and Jason did it. Had a great experience, no problem.
Yes.
And then last but not least, Super Squad coverage between Jason and Justin Barker of Shotgun Sports USA. They're going to be following around the Super Squads.
Well, no, we're not actually following. We're going to be in one place.
Okay, you're going to be in one place, but you're going to be reporting on the Super Squads
Yes.
as they're out there on the course.
Yeah, so for those of you that are not attending, we're hoping to have that link here soon, and I'm obviously not going to have it in time to be released on a podcast, but we'll put it up on our Facebook and Instagram pages, and where that link is that you can go to. We're hoping to be able to stream it both to our YouTube page at the Dead Pair Podcast and on Justin's YouTube page, as well as the NSCA YouTube page. Multiple avenues that you can watch it. We're still getting details coming in. This whole thing, this is a big production. This takes a lot.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, ought to be good.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be some good competition this year for sure.
Absolutely. Well, what do you think? Is that enough to lay down on for an intro?
Man, you laid it down quicker than I ever thought you would have.
I was just trying to run through it, buddy.
Yeah, well, let's get going. We got to get a hold of Will Primos and Dr. Grace Sturdivant. Let's do it right now.
Cool.
We are on the phone with our friends Sean and Jason with the Dead Pair Podcast, who have been so gracious to allow us their megaphone. But Sean and Jason,
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
thanks for giving us the opportunity. Now, I've already started taking control of this interview, and this is your show.
That's all right. We'll sit back for a change and just take it easy.
Yeah, we're used to being commanded by a woman. We get it.
Oh, thanks for having us on.
Oh, our pleasure.
Absolutely. Well, hey, Dr. Grace, let's get right into it. Tell us about this shoot, what it is, what it supports, and what events are going to be going on there.
We're really excited. I've been involved with Magnolia Speech School for several years now. And just really quickly, Magnolia Speech School is a really special place here in Jackson, Mississippi, where we work with children from birth, starting at birth with their families. If they're born with a hearing loss or a communication problem, and the whole goal is to get them caught up to speed developmentally with spoken language and literacy so that they can enter mainstream classrooms alongside their typically developing peers. And Will, are you sick of me yet?
So Grace asked me and my wife Mary to get involved, and so I listened to what she had to say. And what we realized, and what Mary and I like to do, and when we try to support some charity, whatever, we want to support those that we consider to be life-changing events in these people's lives. And I went and toured the school recently in depth. That is one happy place. Mm-hmm. Those children, I mean, all of them are hearing impaired, speech impaired, and they are learning to read and write. And they would have never been able to do that without the curriculum at this school.
I got to know Will and his wife, Mary, and over this last year, and we've just gotten to be great friends. I'm thankful for it. And when I started gushing about my work with Magnolia Speech School, they were so generous and interested. And I'm thankful that you guys drank the Kool-Aid.
Yes, ma'am, we did.
So we've teamed up together. And one reason we reached out to you guys is that Will and his wife, Mary, and myself with OtoPro have teamed up to bring together some really great raffles for this event that you do not have to be present to win. I'll let you tell them a little bit about the gun.
Yeah, so an F3, as y'all know, being sporting clay guys, is just a wonderful sporting clay gun. Mm-hmm. It's so versatile. The barrel's interchangeable from 12 gauge to the sub gauges. You can have a 32-inch barrel, 30-inch barrel, mid rib, flat, low rib, and adjustable comb, no adjustable comb, left-handed, right-handed. You can have it fit for a woman. It is just so versatile. And what makes it so much fun to own, let's say I buy a 12 gauge and I got a friend who's decided he didn't want his 20 gauge barrels anymore. I can buy his 20 gauge barrels and it will fit that gun. So as you know, it's just an extremely versatile gun.
Yep,
yes.
It's definitely like a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, it is.
So we're selling 300 tickets only. So these are going to sell out. It's $100 a ticket. And Mr. Will here is going to be our MC for the evening at our party on Thursday, the 20th, which is just right on the corner. And he's going to draw for that winner. And you don't have to be present to win. But it's just a great opportunity.
Well, it's a great opportunity, but the money goes to Magnolia Speech. So we've got some guys who have bought 5 or 10 tickets. So that's really lowering that's upping your odds to win the gun, because it's not going to be 300 individual tickets. So if somebody wanted to buy more than, one ticket, it just ups their odds at having a chance to win it.
Well, how much are the tickets? Let's start with that.
$100.
$100. Okay. And now we're going to put the link right in the podcast description, and we'll have it also on our Dead Pair public group page on Facebook. I'll also put the link up on Instagram, but go ahead and tell us where they can go to buy one of these raffle tickets online.
Sure. The easiest way to tell you verbally is to go to magnoliaspeechschool.org. And when you go there, there's going to be a pop-up about our clay shoot. And you can just click on that pop-up where it says learn more, and it's going to take you to the different opportunities for these raffle items. We've also got an all-inclusive dove hunt for 2 in Argentina, compliments of Shooters International. Primo's Hunting has several double view blinds.
Double bull, 5 double bull blinds.
I knew I wasn't going to say that right.
We've made this clay shoot. We're trying to make it more participant friendly and give them more activities. Like Grace and I have come up with $1,000 a piece, and we are awarding we're having a Halise contest and a Longbird contest, and the winner is going to get $1,000 cash.
Cool.
So we fun things going on at this shoot to involve everybody.
That's right. It's going to be a fun day. And if you're in the Jackson, Mississippi area and you did not get one of our spots on a shooting team, you can still get tickets to come to our evening party. We're going to have live music. We're going to have great food, drinks, all on the back deck of the Providence Hill Clubhouse, which if you've never seen it before, it's just absolutely beautiful overlooking a lake. So
yeah, you guys got to come here next time we have a big event at Providence. It is a cool, beautiful place.
Well, if I can get Dr. Grace to answer her phone once in a while, she's starting to be like David Radulovich over there, No,
I hear you. You got to text her.
Yeah. Well, I tell you.
Am I honored?
No, we'll leave that alone. You're way above David Radulovich. I tell you how to fix this is if you'll just give Sean and I a call, we'll set this up and we'll see Grace when we get there.
There you go. I got
it. So, okay, one more time. The link is magnoliaspeechschool.org. Is that correct?
Correct.
Awesome.
And there'll be a pop right there that takes you straight to the clay shoot information.
Good deal. And what, Dr. Grace, I know you've been working with this school for a while. What is your involvement with the school? Are you just strictly supporting? Are you a little deeper involved than that, or?
I am deeply involved.
She's on the board. She's high up.
I'm on the board. I'm honored at this point to be the vice chair of the board of directors for Magnolia Speech School, and I chair the development committee. So it's a completely not-for-profit school, and so we're providing some really special services, and it requires a lot of our private donations to keep that school going.
Yeah, they just built a new building on Bozeman Road in Madison, Mississippi, which is about 25 minutes from Providence Hill Sporting Club. And the school is through the roof, perfect for these kids. The acoustics. I have a high-pitched hearing loss. Imagine that, shooting sheep kids with no hearing protection. And I walked in this school, and every room was perfect acoustically. Was no reverberations. And I told the lady, I said, I hear so good in here. She said, we have done this for people like you that are hearing impaired.
That's right.
Nice.
Even the flooring in the classrooms is made out of this special material so that it's not so noisy when the desk and chairs are moving around. It's really first class all the way.
That's awesome.
Gotcha. Well, Dr. Grace, I mean, obviously this is a short notice thing, and we're pushing this out as fast as we can. We're going to put more details on our Dead Pair page on how people can get a hold of you or for the raffle items and so on and so forth. But if people want to support the school and what you're doing outside of the shoot, what are some of the things that our listeners could be doing for the school?
They can write us a check.
Okay.
They can just write us a check. But there's so many people. Let's say you want to do something nice for somebody. Buy them a raffle ticket for the gun or for the dove hunt.
There you go.
Free raffle ticket. I mean, the money goes to help change lives. Today's society, we need as many strong contributing members of society that we can get that are into the life of being able to give back. And for those out there that have been blessed, I don't care how little or how much, let's give a little bit to Magnolia. Pick that as your charity to help them help others.
There you go.
That's well said.
I like it.
I couldn't agree more. He said that very well.
Let me circle back to Mr. Primos. Sir, you spend a lot of your free time supporting great causes like this shoot and what it does for families. Can you tell us what's on the radar in the future? Is anything big coming up that maybe you and Dr. Grace are working on down the road? Is something you can share with us?
We're already working hard on next year. This is going to be a festive occasion. We don't know what all we're going to have next year. We may even ask Make a Break to come and pay Make a Break to come and have that be one of our events. We don't know. But we're thinking and plotting and planning. I love shooting all of Grace's family, both sides of her family, her husband, Micaiah Sturdivant, and Grace's family. They're all hunters. They all have been shooting their whole lives. That's what got Grace interested in wanting to protect hearing more than she was doing. She got her degree from Vanderbilt. She's an audiologist. And matter of fact, Grace is the one that made me get hearing aids. She said, she looked at my hearing test. She said, Will, you need hearing aids. And my wife said, she goes, Mary says, oh, yeah, he needs hearing aids.
Well, this might be a good opportunity for match play, Sean Alley.
You think so?
I think so. I think with the amount of money that you can bring up in match play, I think this would be a good opportunity for their charity shoot here. I think that would be awesome because people are going to get something back, and man, that would raise a ton of money for this event.
It sure would. It sure would.
Thank you for that suggestion. That is great.
Yeah, so we'll talk off the phone. I'll kind of point you guys in the right direction. Nobody's ever done it before. It was an idea of Tony Rivera's that was in a magazine here recently. I'll point you guys in that direction, and I think with a little bit of brainstorming, it would be a way for shooters to go have a lot of fun, a chance to win some good money, and raise a ton of money for the school. Way more than just a normal.
We would love to have y'all here, have y'all do a podcast. We'd love to invite some of the better shooters that are out there and have them come in and have a private competition that people be a competitive, like a competitive deal, but it's also something that it's a bunch of people watching.
Yeah,
right.
That would be fun.
Spectators.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be cool.
That would be really cool. Well, cool. Yeah. Well, guys, are we leaving anything out? Are we forgetting anything?
Look, just Magnolia's speech is where it's at. We're just trying to help them help others. And we thank y'all for wanting to do this for us.
No,
absolutely.
Our pleasure.
Thanks so much, guys.
All right, Dr. Grace.
Yes, ma'am. We'll be talking to you soon. Will, I'm telling you, from now on, you got my cell number. You just call me. Don't wait on Grace to call. You just call me. We'll set this stuff up.
Y'all, yeah, hard.
Yes, sir. I got it.
Well, thank you both very much. Again, everybody listening, we're going to have the link up on this podcast description. We'll also have it on our Dead Pair Public Group page on Facebook as well as Instagram. And guys, come on, man. I mean, a chance to win an F3 Blazer. If no other reason, look at all the money raised for such a great cause.
Yeah, absolutely great cause.
Everybody get in on this. Dr. Grace, Mr. Primos, thank you both very much. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Y'all can call me Will now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That'll work.
All right, see y'all. Thank you.
y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Gotta love you some Dr. Grace and Will Primos.
Always. And they're great people to talk to, and they're supporting a great cause.
I just wish we would have got a hold of this a little bit sooner. It was a last-minute thing, but, hey, there's still ways people can help.
We're doing what we can with what we've got.
That's right. Hey, speaking of doing what we can, we need to get Erin Callahan on the phone real quick, and let's talk about Merry Miracles, and then we're straight on to Barepelt. All right, on the phone with us, we are excited to have Miss Erin Callahan. How are you doing, Erin?
I'm good. How are you?
Erin, nice to have you on the show and great to meet you. So you're coming on with some big news about an amazing shoot coming up that does great things for charity. Can you tell us a little bit about the shoot and when and where it is?
Yeah, so the shoot is called Merry Miracles Fun Shoot and Toy Drive, and it's a shoot we've done for the past 8 years here in Colorado, and it benefits Children's Hospital of Colorado. So we take all the money we get from the event and a bunch of toys. So we collect toys as well and take that all to Children's Hospital Colorado. And then, so the event is December 3rd this year, and it's going to be at Great Guns Sporting.
That's awesome. Now, you have ways that people can get involved without being physically at the shoot, right? Like, so anybody anywhere can donate. Can you tell us about that and how they can go about doing that?
Yeah, so I have on my website a little donate now button that anybody from anywhere can click on that and donate money, and we'll take all that when we go to Children's and give it all to the kids.
Okay, and you said if they want, they can actually still donate toys, right? They can still ship that out to you?
Yeah, toys can also be donated. And also, if anybody's going to be at Nationals, my family will be there, and they'd be happy to bring anything home also.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Very nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is there a website that we can share? I mean, we'll also post the link in our podcast description where our listeners can go and get more information.
Yeah. So the best thing is probably my Facebook. It's just under Mary Miracles Shoot there. And that has the link to my website. But my website is also, it's erincallahan13.wixsite.com. It's maybe a little easier to go on Facebook.
Gotcha. Now you're also working with our friend Dan Williams from Michigan through social media on this as well. Does he currently have any raffles going on that support your event?
Yeah, so Dan's been awesome. He's actually doing a raffle for a Barepelt vest, and that can be found on his Facebook. He had 52 cards. I'm not sure how many are left, but he was selling those for $20 a piece, and then you get in the raffle for a Barepelt vest. And all that money is going to go to Children's Hospital as well.
Cool. That is very cool. Erin, you've been doing this for a while. This isn't your first year doing this. Can you tell us a little bit about that and the history and how you got involved and if you don't mind sharing how much you've raised so far?
Yeah. So this is going to be our 8th year. I actually started when I was a sophomore in high school.
Wow.
It's a long time ago. There's been lots of learning curves. Over the past 8 years, we've raised almost $120,000 for Children's Hospital and a bunch of truckloads of toys. So that's been really cool.
Nice.
That is very
I kind
cool.
of started, yeah. I kind of started because my cousin, when I was a kid, she had a rare disease and was a Children's Miracle Network child. And then one of my best friends in middle school had cancer. So I kind of saw how much of an impact you can make on just making a kid smile when they're in the hospital.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a precious thing. You know, they haven't had a chance at life yet. So when they do need some help, it's important. We come together as a community and help them out.
Yeah, that's a great cause. And I mean, that's why me and Jason are so heartfelt about it, because we like to support the Ronald McDonald House and other children's charities, because it's just such a great thing to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, one more time, Erin, where is the shootout again?
So it's at Great Guns Sporting, which is in Nunn, Colorado, which is just a little north of Fort Collins.
Okay, and what is the date of that shoot?
December 3rd.
December 3rd. All right, and then everybody knows to go to your Facebook page if they can't make the shoot, and there's links to go from there, right? And then, Of course, we're going to have it in our podcast description. They can donate either toys or money. Is there any other ways other than, and of course Dan Williams has got the raffle going on.
Right.
But is there any other way that anybody can help out, Erin? Like, do you need some help at the shoot, or is there something somebody can do if they can't, afford to financially donate?
Yeah. We're also always looking for like door prizes or raffle prizes if anybody has, anything they want to donate to that side of things.
Okay.
Can feel free to reach out on Facebook or on the website.
So maybe if somebody's in the industry and they, I don't know, they offer something,
product or
whatever, they can donate that then for the raffle.
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent.
We've had in the past, I think, Federal and White Flyer and a few people that we've connected with at Nationals who have donated things, which has been awesome.
That's very, very cool. Well, Erin, are we leaving anything out? Did we cover everything?
Yeah, I think that's all.
Awesome. Well, do me a favor. Tell Dad I said hi. I hope he's shooting better than the last time I saw him.
Me too.
Of course, I hope I'm shooting better than last time I saw him.
Yeah, I was going to say, that goes for you too, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But no, Dan's a great guy. Dan is awesome. Erin, it was awesome meeting you and your mom and your dad out at Colorado when I was out there for the Bighorn Blast. What a great family, and you're doing wonderful things here for this Mary Miracles shoot. And I hope this helps out. I hope this gets out to a lot of people and people take it seriously.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it, and hope we have another great year.
Absolutely. Cool.
Our privilege.
Well, we'll see you on the course soon.
Awesome. See you soon.
All right. See you, Erin. Well, another great cause we're trying to support with Erin Callahan. Great to have her on. I know you met her out in Colorado.
Yeah,
so
great family.
Yeah, and I mean, what wonderful things they're doing, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
But hey, not to rush you, but I really am itching to hear from Erich Roden because he's got some new stuff coming out. I mean, let's get him on the phone, man.
All right. I'll call him right now.
All right, hurry up.
Hold on a second.
Dial now.
Holy Christmas. All right, one of our first and beloved sponsors, Barepelt, Mr. Erich Roden is on the phone with us. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guys. How are you doing?
Doing well, man. Doing well. Erich, how's things been going for you guys?
Insanely busy, but loving every minute of it. It's been a great ride so far.
I think you told me last year that you kind of had a 5-year plan and blew that out of the water in the first 6 months.
Yeah, so. that was out our plan was out the window almost immediately. You know, I think I said it on the first podcast, but we were expecting to sell a few vests a month to friendly faces, guys like you who would put the arm to buy them, and it might be like that for a year or two because obviously it's a parochial industry. People are very loyal to their guns, their ammo, their shooting vests, and every other piece of equipment. So obviously we're not really sure where the ride would take us in the beginning, and it's been the complete opposite of that. So definitely had the wrong read on that, but it's been an amazing Cinderella story, if you will, and it's just been wonderful, and we appreciate everyone's support in the industry, especially you guys.
Well, we've said from day one the product speaks for itself, and you guys knocked it out of the park. I mean, everybody wants their hands on not only a Barepelt vest, but you get guys like Moatam or David Radulovich that have like a complete walk-in closet.
Wardrobe of Barepelt vests.
So, Erich, since we've had you on the last time, man, you've came out with some really cool stuff. You got the new G2, you got the gun sock, you even got another surprise for us. Let's start from the beginning. Let's talk about the G2. Why did you guys feel a need to change the vest, and what's new on the vest?
Well, obviously the first vest was, analogous to the iPhone 1, right? We knew we wanted a performance-based vest, one that would wick, as well as breathe better than anything on the market. And, we were able to accomplish that, I believe. Obviously there's many great vests out there, but we wanted a completely different vest, minimal construction, fewer seams, et cetera. And, as we, got more vests into more people's hands, obviously we kept our ear to the ground, and obviously we, ask our customers and our pros and our shooters and our sponsor shooters, what do they like about the vest? What don't they like? And, we're an American company, so, we listen to our people and we listen to our customers, and, we make the changes, the appropriate changes as needed. And obviously, with the feedback that we received from the Gen 1 vest, we immediately got to work on a Gen 2 vest and made some of those changes. And that's what we incorporated into the BP2. So, it's a great vest, and obviously we'll continue to listen to our customers and our teammates, and improve that as we go into the future.
Yeah, and you guys actually added a new material this go around, correct? Because I just got the ultra lightweight? Is that what you guys are calling it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Comp-Lite. Yeah, it's a different fabric. It's more perforated. It has the same roughly the same ounce as the old Comp-Lite, and through some research and development, and again listening to our customers, we wanted to add even more breathability if we could, and that's what we. It's technically the same fabric, but it's just more perforated, if you will. So for those of you that have the the original BP1, if you will, or Gen 1, it was perforated. This one has more visible perforations that go all the way through the fabric, so adds that extra breathability.
Well, when I got mine, of course, I put all of our show sponsors on the vest, so I'm full-blown NASCAR uniform, right? But I was amazed with the new material. The colors still really pop. You know what I mean? There was no fade to the color whatsoever.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's very important as we, as we look to incorporate the dice sub process. We definitely don't want to take away, anything from the application of, logos and, marks, et cetera, people's names. We want those to, vividly stick out there on the course. And that's something we'll always strive to do.
Gotcha. Well, some other items you got coming up, aside from the vest, the gun socks came out, and those have been hugely successful, correct?
No, where are you going? Hold on a minute.
What do you mean, where am I going?
See what I got to work with every week. There's so many more features on this vest that you're not covering here.
I'm just excited to get to the new stuff.
Well, we're going to cut that out because we got just hold on a minute.
All right, well then just take it and run with it then.
Oh my goodness. Eric, the new vest is not a full zip like the option was on the Gen 1, and I'll be the first to admit I was kind of concerned at first. Obviously, having the vest on for a matter of a mere seconds, my concern went away. But why did you guys? Why did you do that? Why did you eliminate the full zip?
Well, you're right. I mean, we had two neck versions on the Gen 1. We had a crew neck and a V neck, and obviously we listened to people, and some people like the crew neck, some people like the V neck. However, we wanted to kind of meet in the middle and find something that made everybody happy, and we raised the V-neck up a little more. It still gives that breathability that people like, and that feeling of not having a crew neck, but it is high enough where it will adequately secure your recoil pad area into your chest to make sure that doesn't move as much, but it's still retaining those stretch qualities and that fit that people liked in the Gen 1.
Gotcha. And you guys also revamped the pockets, didn't you?
Yeah, we, a lot of people really liked our pockets. And it was kind of, 50-50. A lot of people liked the pocket that we had, and some wanted the slant pockets. So we kind of, again, met in the middle and came out with a slanted pocket. Allows your hand to get in there a little more, but still obviously allows you to retain a ton of shells and without that sag and that pull on the shoulder that you might have with some other products out there. But, a lot of people seem to like that as well. And obviously we still have some faithfuls to the original pocket. And, that's why, we still do offer the Gen 1 vest. We only run those about once a month. But if, people like the Gen 1, we'll still make that for them. But, we kind of opted for the slanted pocket on the BP2 to kind of streamline the design.
And so a little bit of the sizing and the fitment changed also. Can you talk about that for the guy that's, interested in ordering his new vest?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the vest still, has the 4-way stretch. It's very fitting, if you will, but, we changed the pattern just slightly. You may not notice it, but we did bring the shoulders in on some of the sizes. We added some length. And, in my opinion, it's a much better fitting vest, but obviously everybody's different. And so it's a vest that everybody can get into and feel comfortable in.
Well, my large mammal friend sitting across the table from me, if you got a vest that makes him look good in a vest, then you've knocked it out of the park. So.
He looks amazing.
I know, right? Vest. That large in charge on the back of it.
Darn Skippy.
Yes. Yeah, I was able to spend some bro time with him at Northbrook. We got to shoot for a while, and his vest looked absolutely amazing on him. It fit great, and I was very proud to watch him shoot in it. And he shot lights out while we were out there in it. So it's obviously the vest.
It's definitely the vest.
It's got to be. Trust me, I know him. It's got to be the vest. Well, Sean, you're all excited and chomping at the bit here to talk about the gun sock.
Yeah, the gun socks, we've been seeing those everywhere. I think we started seeing them at the U.S. Open, wasn't it? Was that the first time?
Yeah, and then they actually gave them out to all the entrants of the
Ohio State shoot. Yeah, that was fantastic. How's that been going for you guys?
Great. I mean, it's been, it's kind of an accidental success. We were asked to make those for the Gator Cup, and they really took off. I mean, wow, we're making a ton of those now, and they make great shooter gifts for shoots, and they're great to put the gun in if you're storing your gun in the safe. That's what we call it, the sock safe, if you will, or safe sock. I'm sorry, the safe sock, and it keeps the dust off your gun, and it just looks great out there on the course. Obviously, you can customize them and based on minimum order requirements, and they just look really cool on the back of carts. You'll see these sheer grips with a couple socks. You can see them a mile away, and it's just a really cool, addition to your gun's protection.
Yeah. And I'm not going to mention any club names, but I know they're listening, so I hope they pay attention to what I'm about to say. God love our clubs around here, but there seems to be a dust problem. So it's really handy, and it's just so easy to throw your gun in the sock and then put it up on the gun rack on the back of the buggy. And you're right, man. It keeps the dust off of it. You know what I mean? If it did just rain and the buggy tires are throwing a little bit of mud, it keeps all that stuff off of it. I have found so many uses for it, and it's kind of funny. So my actual gun sleeve that I carry around, when it's time to head back to the clubhouse or when I'm first getting there and, not putting the gun in the rack yet, I'll leave the gun in the sock and then put the gun and the sock inside the sleeve. Because that's became really handy as well. So, very surprising how much I don't go anywhere now without that sock. And it's just handy.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We even added a thermal batting to the inside of it, so it'll keep your gun warm, especially if you're storing it in the safe, or you're traveling, or sitting in the back of your truck in the fall or winter. It's going to keep your gun, a lot warmer, and without a lot of the sweating with some of the other materials that these things are made out of. And again, like you said, it's definitely excellent to put into your padded gun sleeve. Besides keeping the dust and pollen out, keeping your gun warm, obviously these thicker padded, slips will protect your gun even more. So, like you said, it has myriad uses, and it's a product we're very proud to have out there. And like I said, they just look so cool when you see you guys walking around with them, and just a handy accessory for your gun. Now,
they are customizable to an extent as well, correct?
Correct.
That's really cool. That just adds another element to it. Sean's chomping at the bit here again because we have a friend of ours that's just, no matter how hard you try, he's just not a vest guy.
Yep, and I was going to bring it up. When I was out at Northbrook, you had something that you were sporting that definitely is new and caught my eye. You want to let us in on that?
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest requests that we've received was, would you guys ever get into making pouches? And and in the beginning, it wasn't on the radar, but obviously, if we were to do something like that, we would want to not just change the game, if you will, but just come out with something different, that is offered out there than what is offered out there, I should say. And so, we sat down, we put our minds to a few, ways to, make a shell pouch, if you will. And, but obviously, sticking to the ethos of Barepelt, we want it to be customizable and look super cool out there on the course. So we were able to, incorporate the dye sub process into a new pouch system. So we came out with, a fully, customizable, shell pouch that you can, turn into a 3-piece system if you wish. And, we're very, very proud of it, and it'll be out on the site hopefully sometime this week.
That is so cool.
It's super light. Yeah, it's super lightweight. And in fact, the belt that we were offering with it, I can get to that in a second, but the belt that we offer with it and 2 pouches on this belt weigh approximately half a pound.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is insanely light. Yeah.
And I noticed when I was there, the material that you guys are using for that pouch is quite a bit heavier or thicker gauge than what you guys typically use on even your competition vest, correct?
Oh yeah, it's a very durable fabric. It's a different fabric than that is used on any of our 2 vest offerings. Very durable. Obviously, it'll take a beating, and obviously it's 100% machine washable. And like I said, we really wanted to come out with something that was performance based, and obviously looking around at some of the other pouches out there, for me, one of the big things was making it as light as possible. And so we scoured kind of the industry, if you will. And, it really came back to what I actually wear at work in the firehouse. And that's the Grip 6 belt. It's a third-party belt that's made by a company called Grip 6. And the belt is unbelievably light. It comes with a titanium buckle, and very popular with firefighters and other first responders out there. A lot of other people use them. In fact, Jeff Bezos uses those for his Blue Origin spacesuits. So it just seemed like the right thing to look at. And obviously, we prototyped a bunch of them, and I contacted Grip 6. They were really on board with what we had in mind for the pouch system, and allowed us to become a Grip 6 dealer for them. And now, we're able to offer that and offer a custom Barepelt titanium buckle with that system. So it looks super cool. It has the logo on the buckle, and just a sharp looking system out there. And I love it. I love wearing it. It's very comfortable, and you don't like our vest. You don't even know you have it on, even with shells in both pockets.
I'm not a pouch guy, and I'm telling you right now, I'm ordering one. That's awesome, man. That sounds so cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially for us living in this part of this neck of the woods in the U.S. It's for wintertime and layered up shooting time. It's a perfect accessory to use for shooting, and you won't miss a beat. And you'll be very comfortable wearing it and confident wearing it. The belt's very tight. It doesn't sag. That's the reason we went with the Grip 6 belt. Once that thing bites in, it's not going to come undone, loose, etc. So those shells and those pockets will stay exactly where you want them to. Moreover, you're able to move those pouches around your body where you want those pouches to be. You don't necessarily have to have it on one side of the hip or behind you. I wear, the 2 pouch system with the belt, and, I bring both pouches around, and they essentially sit like the pockets on my shooting vest do. So, it's, again, you don't miss a beat on how you're accustomed to shooting, but you don't need, like I said, you don't need the 2 pouches. You don't need the belt. I mean, if you're happy with your own belt, we have a 2-inch, belt, about a 2.5 inch opening. So, most 2-inch belts, 2.5 inch belts will fit in there. And, this is great. And like I said, you could buy 1, you could buy 2, you could buy the 3-piece system. It's entirely up to the shooter.
That is very, very cool. And you said you were able to incorporate the dye sublimation into it. So obviously they can customize them, right? They can get that. They can get that Dead Pair logo there on the side.
You sure can. Yep.
And so, okay, so you can get 1 or 2 pouches. Now, do the pouches have single or dual pocket availability, or?
Right now they're just a single pocket,
okay.
And it is a different pocket than is found on the vest. It's a very large pocket, and another feature is it has a little bit of you could fit 50 shells in there, no problem. You fit almost. I mean, it has enough room to play out. I mean, you could put a ton of shells in there, but and we added some length to it, so if you don't necessarily have to wear it over your shirt. You can wear an untucked shirt over it, and you can still reach and access the pocket. So we put a lot of thought into it. We're very proud of it. I think a lot of shooters that are accustomed to shooting with a pouch really like it. And obviously, we showed it to our pouchy friends out there, if you will, and we had a lot of good feedback on them, and they seemed pretty interested in those, and hopefully you'll start seeing a bunch of those out there on the course soon.
Well, I tell you what, man, like I said, I am a vest guy through and through, but I can guarantee I'm going to be buying one because the night shoot at Cardinal Center is coming up, and I'm going to be bundled up, and that pocket, that pouch will work perfectly. So that's awesome.
Yeah, it will save your life at that shoot.
Yeah, you've been there,
oh, yeah.
So, Eric, let's talk about Barepelt in general. We saw you guys at all the big shoots over the last couple of years, and you did a great job of getting the product out there. But, with increased travel cost and it's getting ridiculous, right? Do you see yourself cutting back a little bit on going to a lot of these shoots, or do you think you'll still try to hit all the big ones?
Well, I sure hope not. No, I mean, this industry has been, and the community has been so good to us that we wanted to get out to as many shoots as we could. We're big supporters of the sport, and and like I said, the community's been just so good to us. We get a lot of requests to come to shoots and get these into people's hands and around their back so they can try them on, size up, etc. And we're always going to go to as many shoots as we can. We're going to support, the NSCA and, the regional shoots, state shoots, and try to take in everything we can. Obviously it's, all the business stuff, notwithstanding, we just like going to shoots and hanging out with, 1,000 of our best friends, and like you two guys do, and every other shooter does. And
yeah.
For us to be, a welcome part of the community has been everything to us. And so we're going to keep giving back. And, we'll always support the sport. And, we ask that every shooter also support, the sport. So, just a lot of great companies and products out there. And, these other companies have become our best friends as well. And we definitely have the fear of missing out on those shoots that we're unable to attend. So I guess to answer your question with a long answer, we're going to go to every shoot we can. We always will.
That's good. I mean, I've had a lot of people come up to me and say, you guys raved about Eric and Heather, and until I actually got over to meet them, I didn't fully understand, but you were right. They're such great people, and they've got a wonderful staff, and you've been very well accepted in the industry, so that's, that's awesome. I mean, I know it's a lot of expense for you guys, but it is awesome to see you there every time that you can be.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, all right. So we've touched on the new vest, the redesigned vest. We've touched on the gun sock, and now we've got the new shell bag coming out. Anything else you guys are working on that you want to share with us, or keeping that under wraps?
We'll keep some stuff under wraps. Obviously, we're all, we get a lot of suggestions out there, and we listen to what people want, and if we can put our heads together, do some R&D, and stuff works, then we'll put it out. And it's not fun if you don't have something in the works. So,
right.
For those of you listening, if you see us at shoots or, see me out there in a squad, tell us what you're looking at. Is there a type of clothing you want? Is there, another accessory that you really have a, good idea for, or would like us to try, we'll do our best to do it.
Well, talking about new stuff, you have your daughter Colleen now on the staff. This is kind of cool. Won't you talk about that for a second?
Yes, we finally were able to convince her to come work for us full time, and she's been an amazing addition. She's always been helping, in the background and on the sidelines, and she's a humble kid, and loves helping mom and dad. With the company, and she sees how busy Heather is, and does a great job helping her out, and just a kid with a million great ideas as well. So, she came up with a really great, genius idea of kind of creating a photo page on Instagram and Facebook. And, you'll see her out on the course taking pictures of Barepelt shooters, and she'll put up galleries of photos. And, obviously we like people showing off their vests, and, she created a new platform for people to show those off to the world. So,
well, people don't know, but I know she's being a little birdie sitting back on the line. So you better say hi to Colleen.
Yeah, she's there.
Hey, everyone. I didn't know if I could jump in yet. How are you doing?
We're doing awesome. It's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you. I'm excited to have the opportunity to talk to you guys.
We've been seeing these pictures all over Instagram and Facebook, and, the whole entire, Barepelt family photography thing you got going on. So was this your brainchild?
Yeah. So I noticed that a lot of people were not, I saw people taking pictures of each other with their phones kind of from far away. And I feel like a lot of shooters don't have the opportunity to get pictures taken of them. And while I was going around taking pictures of some of our team members at the Southeast Regional, I decided to take pictures of everyone that I saw wearing Barepelts, and I was like, holy cow, there are so many out here. So I initially was just going to send them to people, but when I realized how many Barepelts there were on the course, and that I didn't even know most of the people wearing them, which was really fun to get to know people, I decided to just post them and make a free to download gallery. And I think it's really important that people that otherwise would not typically get pictures taken of them have that opportunity. And the response has been really lovely. It's really fun to see everyone excited about, pictures of themselves shooting. I had a few people who said that they've been shooting 10 years and they only have one picture of themselves and stuff like that. So it's been super fun.
That's awesome. So Colleen, how can people find this? If they've got a Barepelt vest and they're to shoot and they want to go see if they got their picture taken, where can they find this?
So I made a separate page on Facebook and Instagram called Barepelt Family Photography. And there is a gallery link in the bio
of both of those, and I also made a couple of posts with them. We also shared the gallery link to our regular Barepelt page, but the separate pages called Barepelt Family Photography just have more frequent posts of Barepelts out on the course. So it's not going to exclusively be on there, but that's where we'll be posting more of the Barepelt family pictures on those pages, and that's where the gallery link will be available.
That's awesome. Well, if you get a panoramic lens, you might get Sean in there on some of those.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Might get him
I'll
in there.
see what I can do.
Yeah. And if you get a short lens, you might be able to get Jason.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like the narrow, zoom in, little tiny lens. Yeah.
Well, Colleen, now that you're working with mom and dad, are you going to be traveling on the circuit with them at most of the big shoots that they go to?
Yes, it's super exciting to be able to actually attend these events now. I was always jealous when I was teaching full time. I was always bummed to miss out on these opportunities, but I also didn't want to give up teaching. So I am really grateful to have found a compromise. I'm now doing individualized homebound special education from my home, then also working for Barepelt full time. So it's kind of best of both worlds because I am still able to teach and work with children with disabilities, which is what I'm so passionate about. But now that I'm passionate about Barepelt in this community as well, it's super exciting to kind of have the best of both worlds and, be immersed in both of those. So I do have the flexibility to travel to the events now, which is very exciting.
That's very cool.
Yeah,
and
good for you.
And by the way, I know we're kind of late to the party on this, but congratulations on your recent engagement. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Kind of a unique story with you, Colleen. I remember Mom was telling me last year, I believe it was, you made the comment, it's like, geez, Dad's dragging you around to all these shoots. And she's like, you got to come check this out. This is a lot of fun. And then you actually went to an event and you're like, oh my God, this is awesome.
Yeah, I remember when my dad first started shooting, I had no idea what the community was like. I wasn't, familiar with anyone in it. And to get involved and realize how fun it is and how awesome the community is, I'm so grateful. And it was funny to, see what it's really like. And I told my mom, you say that you like going to the shoots with Dad, but do you really like it? And she always said, yes, I swear. So now I'm like, oh, it actually is awesome. So even though I don't shoot, I'm not personally a shooter, I just love hanging out around it, and all the people, the community is just fantastic. So I was like, you weren't lying. You really do like it. So
it's a great group of people, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, go ahead, Sean.
I was just going to say, Colleen, you already know that your mom and dad are great people, and me and Jason couldn't be happier for them. We love to see a success story out of just, regular blue-collar working people, and obviously now that you're on board with them, I can't imagine that you couldn't be happier right now, right, Eric?
No, yeah, it's been amazing. Obviously, we've, supported her in her career decisions. I mean, she's, the work that she does, and to see her in action doing that has been amazing. And to see her, interacting with, our Barepelt community and the shooting communities, it makes us even more proud. So, for us to, have her helping us out with, giving us the amount of time that she's able to give us has just been a blessing and been amazing for the company. And actually, I'm lying. I told her she'd be out of the will, but anyway, she finally acquiesced, right? And now she's with us full time. But no, but in all seriousness, I mean, it's just, we're a family company, but we're everyone's company. I mean, we're just proud to be part of this community and to have Colleen see what Heather and I saw in the community right away. Just speaks volumes to who we're all shooting with and hanging out with at these events. And I hope to be doing it until my last breath. So just very, very, very happy.
Well, good on you guys. I know that mom and dad are probably very, very, very proud.
Yeah. Speaking of proud and blessed, maybe now's a good time to announce Barepelt has decided to support the Dead Pair for another year. So thank you to all of you. Eric, Heather, Colleen, thank you very much. We appreciate your support, and we couldn't be happier. We couldn't be more proud to be represented by a company like Barepelt.
All right. No, I mean, it's our pleasure. I mean, what this podcast has done for us, I mean, you guys, it took a chance on a new company nobody heard of, and we're the first to give us, the press and the platform, and we owe a lot to you guys, and we owe a lot to the listeners of your podcast, and they've been, very huge supporters of Barepelt and what we've been trying to accomplish and what we're still trying to do. So, just great to be involved with a podcast as good as this one, and as entertaining, and it's such a great contribution to the sport. So we just appreciate being a part of it.
Well, we thank you guys, and we really appreciate you sticking with us, and we wish nothing but the best for you guys moving forward.
Yeah, it's funny, just a quick side note, Sean and I were recently at a tournament, and I had a guy walk up to me, and he said, "Hey, is that the new G2 vest?" And I said, "Yeah." And he was looking at it, and he's like, "Man, I got to get me one of these." And he's like, everything I've heard you guys talk about, and it's funny how many people you touch when you're talking on one of these shows, and the fact that we're associated with a great company like Barepelt and see people get excited about buying a Barepelt vest and owning a Barepelt vest. Yep. I mean, I picked on Mo and David earlier. Mo tells me, I forget how many vests he's up to now, and he's like, "Man, I just can't get enough. I'm like addicted to them." But it's really cool to see, something that we believe. David said it best years ago on a podcast. You don't have to be a salesman if you truly believe in the product, you truly love the product. It's easy to sell something. And that's been the case from day one with us with Barepelt is we really love the product. We genuinely do. And, even if you guys didn't support us again next year, we would still buy Barepelt vests.
Oh, 100%.
We love them. Yeah. I mean, they're awesome. And, like me, I'm excited. Please take my money for this new pouch. I'm serious. I mean, I really want one.
Yep.
And because I know if it's even half the quality of the vest, it's going to be an awesome product. And when people take that to heart, what we're saying, and they go out and they buy that product for themselves, and then they come up to us at a shoot and go, "Man, you guys weren't lying. These things are awesome." It's like, guys, we're telling the truth.
It's a win-win all the way around, man.
Yeah. So it's been great having you guys on board with us, and I just can't thank you guys enough. Seriously. I mean, it's an honor to have you on board with us.
I really appreciate the kind words, guys. And I mean, it's just great for you guys to have a platform to, support the industry and the sport, and for us to have a product to support the sport. So, again, just to be a part of this has been amazing for, the minimal amount of time I've actually been a part of it and shooting. So, I mean, it's just a great ride for both of us, and I'm just happy to be on it.
No doubt.
Well, Colleen, Eric, is there anything we're leaving out that you guys want to get out there, or do we cover everything?
We are just looking forward to seeing everyone at Nationals. We'll be there the entire 10 days, and we'll have vests to try on, socks, t-shirts, the new pouches that you can take out to the practice field. Once again, they're super awesome, super excited. They're, only 8 ounces for the 2 pouches and belts. So we want people to take those out and try them, and we're super excited to see everyone.
Awesome. Eric, any closing thoughts, buddy?
No, I like what Colleen said. Yeah, I mean, we're really excited about Nationals, and it'll be a great one this year. We're sponsoring the Top Gun event again, so we look forward to seeing everybody there on Friday night. And come by and see us. We'll be on the same spot we were last year between Game Boy and Rhino, and that's where we'll be. Come stop by, say hello, hang out with us, and look forward to seeing everybody in a couple of weeks.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Well, I look forward to it. Well, guys, thank you very much. Appreciate you guys taking some time out of your extremely busy schedule to sit and talk with us. We appreciate you guys and can't thank you enough.
I appreciate it, guys. Keep up the great work.
Yeah, thanks for having us. I'm so glad that we were able to connect.
Our pleasure, Colleen.
Absolutely. All right, guys. See you at the Nationals. Have a good evening.
All right. Be safe, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Crazy stuff, man. This is just too much.
Dude, I cannot wait to get my hands on that pouch.
Right.
I'm not a pouch guy.
I know. I saw it when I was at Chicago at Northbrook. And the material is way heavier. It's well built. And I don't know if that was just a prototype or if they've made any changes since that, because that was back in the summer. But Eric wanted to show me when I was out there shooting with him. And it's really well made, just like everything that they do.
Right.
So,
well, like I said, I'm not a pouch shooter. I'm a vest shooter.
I know.
But, man, the night shoot's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got, up here in this frigid, worthless Buckeye state, we've got, 5 months of cold weather?
Yeah, and then you got to put on, 4 inches of clothes when you go to the night shoot if it's snowing and cold like it.
But how nice to have a pouch and still be able to wear your heavy coat if you have to.
Exactly. And then your vest can stay in the truck.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Wouldn't be a bad idea, man. And we've got plenty of people we shoot with that also prefer pouches over vests.
Yes, for
so
sure.
I'm sure that'll interest them as well.
Well, listen, we have had 3 different sets of guests on this show tonight.
Yeah.
And
chocked full.
Chocked full.
Chocked full, man.
Oh, my God. People I got to work with around here.
Look, they're getting their money's worth out of this one. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, no kidding, man. My wife's going to kill me all this. I bring this to her. But anyway, hey, Sean, take someone new shooting.
Yep.
Take them to a tournament.
Yep.
Man, everybody get in on these charity shoots.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is something near and dear to me and Jason. We always try to support good causes that revolve around shooting or in the shooting community. Like I said, Ronald McDonald House and now with Aaron Callahan and Grace Sturdivant and Will Primos, then, we got to get it out to you guys, and hopefully you guys will jump on the bandwagon and help support these great causes, because it's definitely worth taking the time for.
Yeah, and hey, everyone, as a reminder, next week we will not have a show, but we will have a video Q for C, Questions for Coaches segment with David Radulovich and Rad Chad Roberts. Yeah. Both of them jumped in on this one. They tag teamed this Questions for the Coaches.
Definitely worth watching.
Yes, and it's pretty cool what they've came up with. The following week, we will have a video cast. Don't do yourself an injustice and just listen to the audio, because you're not going to know what's going on. Go over to the YouTube page and watch it. We'll have the clinic that David Radulovich and Chad Roberts put on. Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
If you've never been to a clinic, or even if you have, just listen to what these two have to say.
Yeah, unlike what we typically do, this is definitely one of those ones where you're going to get more out of watching it than listening to it.
Yeah.
By far.
For sure. And if you hook up a windmill to David Radulovich and Chad Roberts, you can power a small New Hampshire town. There's a lot to take in there.
Power a space shuttle, I think.
Sean Alley, what do we tell everybody every week?
Every week, take somebody shooting, take somebody out to a charity event, get a gun in their hand, just show them how much fun this sport is, because really it is, and that's why we love doing it.
Absolutely. And until next week.
Can't wait to see you all back here on the Dead Pair Podcast.
We'll see you next time on the Dead Pair Podcast.
The Dead Pair. The Dead Pair Podcast is energized by KL Ammo Game Bore US. The Dead Pair theme song was written, arranged, and produced by Toby Tomplay. Special thanks to the following sponsors: Barepelt, Negrini, Rhino, OtoPro, Dawn Grant, Atlas Trap Company, RE Ranger, Woolly Shooting, Folded Wing Apparel Company, and White Flyer Targets.